What's up, you guys? Coach Erin here, and I wanted to talk about the possibility of doing things a little different. So I have so many athletes that sign up with me, and they give themselves, we have a certain amount of time for each distance of race. For a sprinter Olympic distance race, you need 6 to 8 weeks. Olympic, typically 8 weeks to 12 weeks is the minimum amount of time to train so that you show up at the race and you feel good across the finish line. For a 70.3, 4 months minimum, and that's with a base of training before that 4 months starts. That's 4 months of focused training. And then for an Ironman, you can get it done in 4 months, but 6 months to even a year is preferable. And so why do I recommend all of that time? And the reason is because it's just like human nature that my athletes sign up for me and they get started, they're super motivated. And after the first month to 6 weeks, things start to fall apart. Whether they, couldn't control themselves and start as slow as I asked them to, perhaps, or they just push too hard, too fast, too soon. Whether they're with me or with another coach, that's a very common thing. You want to do better, you want to get faster, and you have this giant goal at the end of this time period, and your ego's like, you need to go faster, you need to do this, right? But there is definitely a better way, okay? So, you guys have heard me talk about strong before long and fast before far, but you can't even go fast until you're strong. You have to be strong first. So what if you guys and gals who are doing triathlon and you're tired of showing up to the race, all patched together with KT tape all over your body because you're hurting. You might not be, you've changed your time goal because you haven't really put in the time training. You procrastinated that first, 2 to 4 months, and it was 6 weeks till the race, and then you finally kicked in and started training and doing what was required. It's not those big giant workouts that help you cross the finish line. It's actually the day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month training that gets you to the goal, okay? So, and the goals are different for everybody. If you have a goal just to cross the finish line and feel alive, which I don't really like to train people to do that. I'd rather have you cross the finish line and be like, hell yeah, I just kicked ass on that race and I am ready for more. I'm super proud of my accomplishment. Don't get me wrong, every time you cross the finish line is a win. But what if you could cross the finish line having done the work leading up to it? Yes, Ironman, triathlon takes work. You can wing a sprint, you can wing an Olympic, but you cannot wing a 70.3 and you cannot wing an Ironman. I was at Cozumel during the run and it's hard, you guys. It is fucking hard, excuse my French. If you don't put in the time, it's harder, right? So what if you decided to do it a different way? What if you decided to show up and start doing your strength training? You get that video analysis and you get that strength assessment and mobility assessment. You start stretching, you start doing your strength training specific to swim, bike, run. You start building your aerobic base by keeping your heart rate low and just improving your fitness, right? Then as 4 to 6 weeks goes by, we start to test you. We create your training zones. Then you start to do your intervals. You've been consistent. You haven't had a setback. You're taking care of your nutrition so you didn't get sick. You didn't get a cold. You didn't catch that cold because you're actually recovering when you're supposed to. You're sleeping your 8 hours a night every night. You're taking care of the whole body, the whole mind, the whole process to help you feel fucking amazing across the finish line. And I'm proud to say that at Full Circle Coaching, that's what we strive to do for you guys. We want you to have the whole package, the nutrition, race day nutrition, as well as day-to-day nutrition, immune boosting, making sure your sleep is dialed in. All supplements, yes, you can't supplement your way into a healthier body, so nutrition comes first, but definitely you need supplements to help support your journey. Triathlon is a big stressor on your life. So from there, strength, like I said, strength and mobility specific to the sport, and also making sure you're strength in other directions besides just going front forward like triathlon is. Then putting in the time to train. Show up to the track, whether it's with me holding your hand or not. So triathlon is a lonely sport, and sometimes people get upset when they have to do 100-mile bike rides on their own, or they have to do an 18-mile bike ride, but you're not racing with friends. Yeah, they might be at the same race, but it's your race. It's you against you. You compete with yourself, right? We talked about that yesterday. So I'm here to ask you if you're ready to try doing it a different way.